I'm CJ Jones here for Pride Buzz. Welcome to season one, pilot episode, episode one of whatever this is probably going to be. But right now, we want to call it Pride Buzz TV. It's an exciting thing. Just a brief introduction about me. I've done a lot of local stuff in the Central Texas area, not things pertaining to LGBT, but mostly just career wise in regard to acting, modeling, stuff like that. But right now, I'm more so trying to be a little bit more involved in the LGBTQ community to see if we can break down some barriers that people act like they don't see are there. And that's pretty much what I'm here with Pride Bus to do. So that's a little bit about me.
Hi, Samaya here. I am another face of Pride Buzz, and as we named it, Pride Buzz TV for the moment. I'm excited to be here today to speak to an uh, community that really needs different perspective. Um, Looking not at me being the typical lesbian, which that's a whole nother conversation. But people always have certain ideas of what the feminine lesbian is supposed to, and I'm gonna blow that out the water since I keep on calling myself a lesbian. But that's just a little sneak peek on the topic. But yes, I am another face, and I'm gonna leave the introduction in detail for a little further down the line. But we are here today to talk about some stuff that people usually don't really talk about on social media or just on the internet in general. Our purpose is not only just to give you a perspective from uh, CJ's point of view and mine, but also to promote a few people in our community. We've got a couple of commercials, as you may call them, coming through, and a couple of topics. So I'm sending it right back over there to you, CJ.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Samaya. So now that we've got our introductions out of the way, it's an exciting time period right now for us here at Pride Buzz TV. We can go into topic number one. Topic number one. Should I introduce it or should I let you introduce it?
I think you are a little more on the expertise side because you've done research, and I just did follow up on from the women's perspective, if there's
Right.
such a thing. But go ahead
Oh yeah,
before
I'm sure. I'm almost certain there's a woman's perspective on this particular topic here. So let's go ahead and hit the nail on the head. We want to talk today about, drum rolls please,
uh,
hygiene and intimacy. Okay, so earlier this week, Pride Buzz published a new article in regard to anal douching. Because simply because there are a lot of people out here who have anal sex. There are
you heard about that?
yeah. So, and there are a lot of people out here who really don't know what preparation steps to take or what to do to get prepared for it. And there's some people who do it for the first time or the second time or whatever you want to call it, and they end up embarrassed because they didn't do what they needed to do to get ready for that particular encounter. So we want to talk a little bit more about uh, that today. Let this just be known that anal sex isn't something that just occurs between two men. Heterosexual couples have anal sex all the time. I know a lot of women who like anal sex, and it is what it is. It's just what people do, and it's a private thing. So excuse me if I'm kind of making some people feel uncomfortable, but I feel like this is something that we need to talk about and put it on the table, and we need to move on, right?
Well, let me throw this disclaimer out that this is before I really just came out into the LGBTQ community, and I hope the people that I'm talking about right now will not tune into this show. But we used to always have a group of ladies just communicating during work hours. Women chat about their married life or sex life or whatever. And then I didn't know that straight women really truly enjoy anal sex the way they do. I mean, they were talking about it took them to a whole nother height.
They got a better orgasm. Just say
Their
it. They said they
orgasm.
got a better orgasm, right?
Yeah, but see, the thing of it is, since we're talking about hygiene, they never brought that part up because, of course, well, they did mention that, it can, if you do it too much, it can complicate some things, when it came to other, for like, I guess going to the bathroom part.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was just a shocker at the time, and this was back in 1997. You know, not and I was just 5 years old at the time. I'm just talking.
What?
I don't want to admit how old I was, but this was in '97, and it was not a topic that a bunch of heterosexual women would just talk about at work.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only really experience I have with talking with a group of people about anal sex. But go ahead.
I talk to people about anal sex all the time. I talk to my homegirls about it a lot. Hell, I even talk about the preparation. Okay, first let me just say, and someone is absolutely correct. Some people do like to go into thorough detail about how it's not healthy or what it can do to your insides or when you get ready to go potty. I said potty. I can't fucking believe it. When you get ready to go to the restroom, it hurts. Some people get obsessed with too much cleaning down there.
Right.
And that's the problem. You can't be obsessive with that. You can't.
You didn't. Yeah, it was a painful experience. You just said you wouldn't be able to just control the flow.
Oh,
basically,
that
you had
part.
to, yeah. So
Yes.
no muscle control if you're just doing it all day long. I guess she just found something and she's like, let's do it about 4 or 5 times tonight. I don't know.
Yes.
I
Damn.
Yeah.
No control. You're gonna have to get some of them what are the name of those adult diapers?
Yeah. Depends.
Depends. You're gonna need some depends. So let me just put out this disclaimer out there first before I go into these step-by-step things on how to fucking clean your asshole. Don't do it every day, all day, because you will wind up with watery stool. I'm being dead serious. You will end up with watery stool and you will need some depends. Okay? So just keep it at a minimum. But okay. So you do have the one, the bulb. The bulb one that you can use. It has a little bulb. It's kind of similar to those little things that you can use for a baby to get the snot or boogers out of their nose. You have that one. You have the one that can attach to the shower. It's a silver one, and we'll post a link to our article this week about it so you can see images of them and where to find them and stuff. And then you have the one with the bag on it. All of them are they all work similar. It's just the functions are a little different. I prefer the bulb because I actually have hand control over what I do with it, how much pressure I apply, and I can definitely control the flow. Now, when you are cleaning yourself with the bulb, you want to make sure that you don't let go of the bulb while the bulb is still inside. You want to remove the bulb and then let go, because if you don't, you'll get that suck back. It'll suck all of that water right back into the bulb. And that's not cool. So as I did say, there are 3 different kinds: the bulb, the shower one, and damn it, I forgot the name of the other one already.
I have a picture in my mind because I remember the article. But
yes. I hate when that happens, but these people know what I'm talking about. And keep in mind, I am going to post a link to the article in the caption, so you'll be able to read up on that. But it's important. And as far as intimacy is concerned, as I did say at the beginning of our chat here, it's not just for men who have sex with other men. Women like anal sex as well. It is important because I guess I should go into detail about an encounter. I was utterly disgusted. This was about a year and a half ago. It's been about a year and a half ago. And I was single, so let me just put that out there. I'm with somebody right now, so I know he may see this and he'll probably be looking side-eye like, what is he talking about? But I was single. And I met the guy on Grindr, and I was going over there to do what it do, and he stunk. Balls stanky, ass stanky, clothes stanky. I just couldn't do it. I had to go. So when y'all are meeting people and y'all talking to people on these dating apps or these dating websites, you need to make sure that your hygiene is in check. Make sure that, and if you got some friends, and I may not be talking to you directly, but if you got some friends and you know they got a little scent, tell them, because that's embarrassing. Sometimes people really don't know the truth about their own smell. If it's a musty, funky smell and you know that they're a freaky person, be like, girl, you know you got a little scent. Or go and get him or her a gift basket with some alternate fragrances or something that's natural.
You know, people will just spray it on top.
I know people spray stuff on top of must all the time. Let me not even get started. That's a totally different topic, Samaya. But
Right.
regarding this particular one, it is important when you are engaging in anal sex, you need to make sure that your ass is cleaned out. At least the at least the bottom part of it. You don't got to get all up in the gut, but at least.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you said that, because if it was me, I would have been all up in there trying to give myself a what do you call them people?
A
What do you call it?
colonoscopy.
It's like similar to it. Isn't that like the extreme version of it?
Oh
Hey,
my God.
I can lose some weight. I can get rid of about a good 5 pounds and feel lighter.
I can't, Samaya. But no, seriously, I just wanted to put that on the table. People really got to start paying attention to that. And I'm pretty sure you have something to say regarding feminine hygiene or health when it comes
Well,
to.
I think, I was thinking about that as you're speaking of it. Now, before we prepared for this particular session, I think I mentioned that I have had a couple of male friends that were part of the LGBTQ community that truly enjoy being with someone that has a little more scent to them. I'm being very, very polite, but that's a preference. You cannot just assume that everybody enjoys your body odor. And some people have I guess if you use the same lotion or the same soap for a period of time, your body starts breathing that. So, you know, you naturally already have a pleasant smell, but you cannot assume that everybody wants to smell your musk, your day-to-day work, your dust on you. But from the female perspective, and I want to make sure that you have to, and this is kind of old school, I feel like it's coming from an old school perspective, just constantly, if you have an odor that comes from a private area and it's consistent and it comes back after you know, whatever it is, you know, some women do still do douche quite a bit. You're not, something else is wrong. So that means you might need to get, you know, checked out on that end, because if you continue trying to put a little summer's eve on top of it, it might make you feel comfortable to use that because you feel fresher. And you know, some women have different types of enticing lotions they use to, you know, they feel sexier using that. But don't try to cover up a problem. So from a woman's perspective, if you feel like you have an odor that you constantly have to try to douche away, then you have other problems. I recommend removing hair. That helps quite a bit because hair does create what's the word? You know,
It
damp.
simply holds a scent. So, but,
Yeah. And it sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. But it's just like for a woman to have, I don't even know. Honestly, I don't have any friends that have odor. So when you mention like, well, tell your friends to, you know, go or buy them a little.
No, keep in mind, I wasn't trying to be shady. My exact words were, if you have a friend, well, we probably have to rewind to make sure I said if, but if you have a friend who has an odor, you tell them. I'm just trying to say, spread the word.
Now, I work around people that have odors, but I don't even know. You know, a lot of people like to hug in certain places, and I
Yeah.
just don't know what to do with that. But I'm not the hygiene expert to, you know, lay that on other people. I don't even know how to present that because I haven't had that issue with anyone that's in my close proximity for a very long time. But I think if you do run across that, and that's just about another thing in our community, and I kind of put a status up about that earlier. If you feel like you truly have a friend, please, yeah, do tell them, because there could be something wrong with them.
Yeah, it could be something wrong. And that's what I'm saying, because they may not know. They really may not know. Some people really don't know. And if you just around them all the time and somebody come across them or a complete stranger and says, hey, you got an odor, bro, and you ain't never told your friend, and your friend like, smell under my arm, do you ever smell a scent on me? Do I ever be musty? And you got to sit there and be like, yeah, bitch, sometimes you do be a little funky. That's an uncomfortable situation, so go ahead and avoid that ahead of time. But all right, so we're at a mark here, so we want to go ahead and go into our first commercial break. So we'll be right back, but we want to definitely jump into a commercial break. We'll be back with more Pride Buzz TV.
Yeah. females, I'm going straight for the niggas. Cause niggas think they poppin' when they ain't even with you. That's why I get the bustin' every time I hear a nigga say he better than the kid. Boy, I'm about to go gorilla. Cause lyrically, who can fuck with me? Honestly, like many, if you throw a fish to a shark, don't you think it come up missing? Got a heavy appetite, I'm going in for the kill. Not wishing a nigga would, but knowing a nigga will. When I get in this mode, people think that I be trippin'. But now I'm on some shit that make a nigga pay attention. Not talking income, when dare mention my pension. Never blind to the fact, cause I know these niggas listening. I was told I got the sauce, glad y'all finally see the vision. I was saying it for months, but got tired of repetition. But when you get the wave, you let them know that you can dictate. Not even on my album, giving pressure on the mixtape. I've been trying to get out the way, I've been trying to make more statements. You niggas get out my face, I don't hear shit that y'all saying. I've been trying to make more moves, I don't have time to be patient. Not at all. I've been trying to get out the way, I've been trying to get out the way.
All right, so, all right, we're back, and we want to talk about our second topic today, which is identifying. And I think that for this one, I spearheaded the first one. I let somebody spearhead this one so that we can get this one talked about.
Okay, well, I know since I've been out in the just community out, and well, I guess we're looking at the times have changed, and people come out with all different types of labels. I mean, labels aren't always good, but they can also help you feel like you belong. You're a part of whatever community that you identify with.
Absolutely.
And we had this conversation, and the reason we kind of chose this topic because CJ and I had this conversation where I had a question about, and I'm using just myself as the guinea pig here, and this may be a shocker to some and not shocking to others, but I never just knew where all those letters fall into place for me. So we started talking about, what's attractive. I mean, obviously, I'm starting to have a aversion towards certain type of men. I mean, let me say the disclaimer: straight men. But if a straight man's watching this, it's no offense to you, but it's like being in close proximity does something to me. But I realized that I was attracted to not only I say studs or butch or feminine women. All of a sudden, I mean, they're looking pretty good. And then, there's a transgender woman. Oh, she's fine too. It's just starting to see, not have those limits. I think we have too many limitations that when we feel comfortable saying, oh yeah, I'm attracted to you. So I started talking to CJ about it, and he's like, well, you're queer. I was like, I'm queer? I didn't know I was queer, but now I'm out. I'm not out lesbian. I'm out queer. Okay?
Yeah, but you know what's so crazy? Now that you mentioned, all of the different identities and types of people that you're attracted to, you may just be kind of somewhat in the similar boat as myself, because I don't think that people know this about me, but I think that some people close to me kind of do have a general idea because of some of the stuff that I say when I see certain people. I am pansexual. Meaning my entire life, people have just always suspected that I was just solely attracted to men, and that's not the case. I'm also attracted to trans men. I'm attracted to, you know what, let me not even go that far, but I'm just going to say, there's more to it. So maybe I think queer is more so we see it as an umbrella term, but maybe you probably want to look more into pan and see where you fit, because being pan doesn't mean that you actually have to like masculine men or cis men, as I should say, but you don't have to like everybody to be pansexual.
Right. Well, I think, and just to kind of open the floor for this, we can only speak on our personal experience because people have problems identifying, or they're ashamed to identify, or whatever the issue may be. I'm throwing this challenge, it's a little just completely spur of the moment. I challenge you to create a video and come out. I mean, especially if been identifying yourself as being gay or lesbian for a very long time because you felt like that's the label that's the most accepted label, which, you know, gay or lesbian just became acceptable. Not, it's a fashion statement nowadays, but if you're afraid of the bi or the trans or the queer and other letters that follow behind that, I challenge you today, since we're getting so close to Equality March, to go ahead and come out as how you identify and evaluate
who you really are. Because a lot of people just feel like that their identities or their labels are just simplified because the people around them won't understand. And that's okay, because I've been that way for a long time. I am a person who's genuinely attracted to a person's personality, their mind, the conversation. So I could really develop an attraction to almost anybody. And that's just the reality.
I can't say that.
But I'm just saying, I'm being honest about it. But I haven't had a thing for cis women. So that's, well, except for when I was younger, but that's not relevant. I'm a grown man now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is what it is. But wait, before we go, I know that this is a great trending topic, and we probably just cracked some eggs with this one, but we do have to go into our second commercial break before we go. So let's go ahead and hop straight into that.
J Structure, providing services in the local Jackson, Mississippi, and surrounding areas. J Structure is also available for special occasions and bookings that require travel. 17 years of exceptional services in styling hair and applying makeup to aesthetically enhance celebrities, entertainers, performers, and individuals. Contact J Structure via social media on Facebook at Jermaine J Structure Jenkins or via email at jstructure@gmail.com. It's more than a stroke of a brush. It's a ministry. J Structure.
Okay, people, we're back from our commercial. We had to pay some bills. You know what they say, but I'll have a couple of other things I want to know. No, you go ahead and handle that because time is running out.
All right,
you know I'll go on and on forever.
Yeah, so I don't want to hold people up too long tonight, but let's just go ahead and get this out on the table and say it. So here at Pride Buzz TV, we want to work with more people. Just like this video today, we could have had more voices in on this conversation if we had the people available. Some people we already have ready to go. But right now, we are looking for more people to join in on this conversation. I would like to be here. I would like Samaya to be here. I would like for a trans man to be here, a trans woman to be here, a genderqueer individual to be here. I want different people who can offer different opinions to be here with us. Imagine that, a panel, at least 5 or 6 of us doing this same type of platform and talking about the same topics. Imagine how many different ideas and opinions you can hear in a video. So hit us up, pridebuzz.com, click on the contact us page and let us know why you'd be a great fit with us, or just write Samaya or message me on Facebook, and we'll link up.
Toodles.
All right, well, that's it for Pride Buzz TV. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next episode or segment. Bye-bye.